Donovan and Fondre here with JumpStart cooking recipes and tips. Everything you see on our show is featured in our cookbook, JumpStart Cooking, for an energy-efficient kitchen. That's the important thing. We also have a great website, jumpstartcooking.com, and there's a store there that features some of our useful products like the instant read thermometer. One of the classic recipes of all time is risotto alla Milanese. To do it conventionally, you get a skillet on the stove and you heat up the ingredients and you gradually add rice or stock to the rice and continue cooking until it absorbs it and plumps up and becomes a traditional risotto, which is rice, alla Milanese, which we add the other ingredients. Well, I'm going to show you how to do this microwave, okay? And we're using, instead of the arboreal rice, which is traditional, which is very expensive, I'm using short grain rice. And you can see this stuff, just look at it when you're out shopping and compare it to long grain, medium grain, and basmati or any kind of rice, and you see these are little round critters like that. Okay, to make this we need, first of all, some onion. And I'm going to do, as I said, two recipes, one on top of the range and the other in this bowl in the microwave. The advantage of microwave is the fact that once I get all the ingredients going, I just let it go. I turn on the timer on the microwave and that's it. With the traditional on top of the range, I have to constantly sit there and stir and add broth to it so it plumps up and becomes these really nice, round, soft, beautiful kernels of rice. All right, need a little oil. Oil in both. And now we'll saute these guys in the microwave. I'll give them 1 minute, and here we get this. Put in our onion. And we'll just stir this up a little bit. See, you've got to tend this all the time. Now, after the onion is soft, braised like that, we're going to add some white wine to that, and then 1 cup of medium grain, or rather short grain rice. So in this case, you got to measure. You know, I'm pretty casual, as are a lot of cooks with their cooking, in that you do a pinch of this and a pinch of that. Well, when you're using rice or bread or baking, you got to be pretty careful and use the proper amount. So get these until they're nice and soft, releasing all of that wonderful aroma and flavor. And we're going to use in there a ½ cup of wine. And then we add the rice. I'm turning it down a bit so it'll just simmer. And let's take a look at this guy. Oh, soft, beautiful, lovely. Put in some wine. Add the rice. And now I need some stock. And here we have stock on the stove. And we're going to add to this 1.5 cups of stock. And to this guy we just add about ½ cup. Now if you can see this, you'll see that it's tending to dry out a little bit on there because the heat is so intense on top of the stove. So I have to stir it to prevent it from clumping and sticking. But with my microwave risotto, we put her in here for 12 minutes. Then I will stir it up, and if it needs more liquid, I'll add it to that and we'll continue going. All right, my job has just begun. We keep the broth simmering on the stove and add it. When this is absorbed, we add more to it. We'll just continue cooking here so you can see it absorb that. Then I'll add more. Then we'll cut away because it's really quite boring to watch me sit here and stir. This can take from 20 to 30 minutes depending on how hot you do it, but you got to watch out. You don't want to overcook or burn it. All right, you can see it thickening up there, absorbing all that liquid. Add another ½ cup. And stir, 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 stir. Now turn the heat down, though it just barely simmers, and that'll keep going. All right, while I sit here slaving over my stovetop, while the other risotto is just cooking away in the microwave with no tending at all, I shall be back when it's about ready to serve. And then we'll finish our recipe for risotto alla Milanese. 25 minutes I've been slaving over this hot risotto, stirring and stirring and stirring every 2 or 3 minutes so it doesn't stick or burn, and it's finally done. Whereas in the microwave, after 12 minutes I added some more stock and then stirred it up once and let it cook for the remaining time, and there we have risotto alla Milanese alla microwave. And here we have it on the stove. We'll finish this guy off. I want you to see this, so I'll bring her out and set her on here. You can see the difference. All right. Now, how do you tell if it's done? Well, like all rice, you take a little sample and you put it between your delicate teeth. Plump, beautiful, lovely. And this guy, I'm working my head off with you. All right. Parmesan cheese. And if it's too thick, you can add some more stock to it and stir it in, because it'll thicken up, or you can add some milk or cream if you'd like to do that. And then, move this aside a little bit, let's put some fresh parsley on top of this just for the aesthetics. You know how to do parsley, just grab it into a ball like this. Real nice little ball, and then you... There you have it, my darlings. 2 ways to do risotto alla Milanese, the easy microwave way, or the labor-intensive on the stove, stirring, stirring, stirring until it's absorbed all of the liquid. And remember, I like to use short grain rice because it's so much less expensive. It's also called rose rice, okay, instead of the arborio. But that's up to you. If you're fancy and loaded with bucks, do it with the risotto rice. If you're trying to save a few bucks and you want the same quality, use the short grain. JumpStart cooking tip for today, risotto alla Milanese. Oh, it's so good. Donovan Fondre here with your JumpStart cooking tips and recipes. Everything we do on the show is here in our book, JumpStartCooking.com. That's our website, JumpStartCooking.com. This is the book for an energy-efficient cooking kitchen. Let's start over.
Yeah,